Hello viewers, welcome back to this tutorial. Today we are going to see how to navigate through Insert tab in our Microsoft Office Word. In the previous tutorials we have seen what are the present functions in Home tab, not all but some and important of them. So today then I will first of all finalize with what I didn't cover in the first two tutorials from Home tab. Then after we'll be going to Insert tab. The scope is this one. We'll be seeing how can we find and replace, how can we remove spaces or empty spaces or unnecessary spaces, how can we insert an image and formatting it, how can we insert a shape, how can we rotate the shape in a direction that we prefer, how can we manage smart alt, table, chart, screenshots, video from online or video from file, hyperlinks, comments, header and footer, page numbers, text box, how can we merge two documents from insert object, how can we insert an equation, how can we insert a drop cap, and also how can we insert a cover page. After inserting a cover page, also we'll be seeing then if we are having or we need a blank page, how can we manage it, and also what is the difference between a blank page together with a page break. Then it will be the end of our Insert tab. Let's get started. So assume that here we are having something like institution. We can, let me find how many times institution is. It is here 3 times. When you click on Ctrl F or you come here on view and then you tick navigation pan, then the navigation pan will come for you. So here it will be showing you how many results. Right here we are having 3 results. Let me say for example you want to change the institution. Many people are giving themselves struggle in repressing these things. So when you come here, you will be seeing where you can type find, and also this way it is written repress. After finding institution, then repress it. Otherwise you can press Ctrl H. It will also bring for you this find and replace. There is also go to, you can go to some pages, to a section, to a line, to a bookmark, to comment, to anything. It depends on where you want to go, but for me my emphasis is on replace. We come here on replace, then institution, then here let me replace it with organization. So here the good thing is to replace here, you see if it is ready and also you replace it. But if you're sure, you can click on replace all, because if you go next and if you're having like a book of like 2000 pages, or you have found like 200 results, then it will be a bit difficult. But then you need to click here on replace all if you're sure. And sometimes, let me say for example you want to unit, if you want for example to find unit, like here unit is not there. Let me say for example here you are having unit here, let me say for example community, here we are having community. So that means if you are having in community there is unit, and here also there is unit. So okay, if I come back and then I find again, you can see that there are 2 results of unit, which is unit itself and also unity from community. Sometimes then if you click here like unit, or let me call it section, So here also on community it will be commusectionity, something like that, which is not good. So it is better to come here on more, then you say find the whole words only. So if you say find the whole words only, or matching case, or using with cards, if you're having some of them sound like English, or feel or find all words from English, something like this, you can also come here. From here you find something that you want in the spatial or in formatting. Here you say from font, paragraph, tabs, language, anything you want, match prefix, match suffix, ignore anything you want, you can control it here. Then if you're having like this, it will only change the other first one. Why? Because the second one, it is not a whole word as unity, it is community. So this is then for find and replace. Then sometimes here you are having like this, like here you are having like two empty spaces. Here also you are having an empty space, two empty space, like into your book. Sometimes when you copy all your things from Google, then you'll be having too many empty spaces which are not required into your documentation. Then how can you remove them? Assume that you are having a book of 2000 pages. Then here it will be very difficult to keep track to each and every page. Not only difficult, but also it will be time consuming. So the first thing that you need to do is to come here. There's something that we call show and hide, which also can be found from control shift then 8. This will be showing you where you are having unnecessary spacing. So you can come here and also delete those spacing as you delete one by one, or also you can go to find and replace. You say I want to find the paragraph mark, which means it is one paragraph mark. Let me say for example I want to find two paragraph marks, and then I want to replace it with 1. So if you say replace all, usually whenever you are having 2, you will now have 1. You can see that this is a very quick way to manage all of this. All the other empty spaces will be removed, and you will only remain with only one, and where it is required. So this is a very quick way to use. And if you want then to remove the other symbol that has been placed at the end and also at the starting of each and every paragraph, then you can come here back and also remove it. Remember that this is a non-printable symbol. If you print out this document, this symbol will not be there. So we are going then to see how can we insert an image and formatting it. So assume that here then literature review or report outline. So assume that here I want to put like an image here. If I come and I just position my mouse there and I go to insert, and I'm going to insert an image from this PC. If you come here, for example, let me say for example it is this one, the Auka image, and here you can minimize or maximize it in the way you want. So then here there's something that is very important that we call contextual tools. You can come here and change your image according to what you want. It depends on what you want. It depends on what you like. It depends on your preferred. Let me see, for example, you came here, you changed it, you checked wherever you wanted. Assume that I want like this one. So here then here in my picture, if I click here, if I click on the picture, usually there is format that will be helping me to modify my picture in all the ways that I want. So here also there is what we call crop. When you click to your picture, click on format, then go to the right upper corner, you'll be seeing where it is written crop. So you can come then and crop your picture. If there's a part that you want to remove, then you can click there and also crop your image, so you can crop it anyhow. Secondly, here you can also change the page border. If you want the page border to be like tight, like this one, if you want the picture effect to be, for example, like this, like that, the shadowing your picture, putting any shadow, the reflection, if you want the reflection down, the reflection anywhere or anyhow, also the growing of your image wherever you want, the soft edge. Sometimes this something that many people likes nowadays, having a picture that is not really visible like that. So it depends on what you want. But then here, if you want to move your picture, it will not move. So you can also here change the position. You say, okay, I want this position to be here, to be where. But then here there's also an important tool for managing any inserted object. It is wrap text. So for example, here I said wrap tight. So you can see then now, as long as you move your picture, then it will be tied to your document. Sometimes then you want it like this, so that you can have your picture together with your words, and when your words are then well formatted. So then this is how we can insert a picture. So we can come here, the proposed solutions. Let me say, for example, here also I want to insert another image from this PC, an image from here. Then I say, okay, let me insert an exam. So from here I can say, okay, crop. If I want to crop, for example, I want this to be removed. I want also the other one from above to be removed. I click here on crop. I can then minimize mine. So I can come here to wardrobe, then I say, okay, for example, tight again. Then everything can be done like this. So for example, then here you want to insert like a shape. Let me say, for example, we come here on insert, then we come here on insert a shape. You can choose any shape you want. Sometimes you want to add it like this, so that it will be like a comment. Or even, let me for example come here and insert any shape that I need, for example like this, or flag, any shape that you may need. Let me say, for example, I'm going to insert this shape. I want to show the student that after this they need to go to the exam. So from here you can change the color from it, whatever you want, and this is found from format. When you click on the shape, you can see then the format here. You can change the shape outline, you can change the shape fill, and also the shape effect. Sometimes it depends on what you want. So, and here the good thing of this one is that after changing your shape, you can also wrap it into tight, so that it will allow the text to be down and up, or even you can change it and move it anyhow. So together with this, you can also rotate it. Here you see something like an arrow. If you click on it, you can change the direction of your shape anyhow you want. It depends on the direction that you wanted to give to your picture or to your shape. So whatever you want, then you can do it. So this is then how we can insert the shape and rotate it. Sometimes then we want to insert also the smart art. The smart art, when you come here on insert, this what we call the smart art. Smart art usually, let me say for example you had something, let me say for example, let me say as the example you have like the parts. Assume that we had like this development plan which consists of data gathering and analysis, the design, the coding, testing, deployment, and also maintenance. And this is usually a cycle. And here you can say, let me come and insert a smart alt. So for example, you can say, okay, I want to use like this cycle, and into my cycle I just insert like this. It depends on what you want. The text one, let me say it is dev plan, development plan. So text number one, you can say for example it is data gathering. The second one you can say is the design. The third one, it is our coding. Let me say for example testing, deployment, maintenance. So you can add any other thing that you want, but for me I want only this one. So you can see then now this will be very well viewed, and if you don't need this one you can click on it. You can change your shape or your smart art in all the ways that you want. You can also change the smart art that you've used, so it will now reflect to what you wanted to have. So here also you can change it anyhow. It depends on what is good for you. Okay, so this is then how we can insert a smart art. And also when you go from the design, you can also change the colors. You can say, okay, let me just have like these colors. It depends on what you want. But also on formatting, you'll also be able to position and to wrap your text. You can wrap it anyhow. Now let me wrap it in front of my text. So now you can change, you can move your image without moving your words, and also you can move your words without moving your image. It depends on what you want. So you can see that then smart art are very important in Word. So here also we can insert a table. Let me say for example that down here I want to insert a table. You can come here and you can select quick tables. Quick tables will be given to you if you want. So here there will be some quick tables, or what we can call some template tables. You can choose any of the table, but also you can also insert yours. You can come here on insert a table, then here you specify the columns and the rows, or also you can come here on insert. You come here, you select okay 1 2 3 4 5, so that means I need 5 columns. Then I need how many rows? Like 5 rows also, or 6 rows. It will be also created for you. If you want to insert any row, you can click here at the end of the row, then you press enter. Another row will be coming, or you press tab on your keyboard till you reach to the maximum of your table that you want. Here also you can see something like a ruler. This ruler will be helping you to change the size of your column. So here also, if you don't see this ruler, you can come here to view, then you tick this ruler so that it will be viewed, it will be shown to you. You can also, when you're here, you can go to the design, then you change the design of your table according to what you want. And also here in the layout, you can draw or erase your table. You can do whatever you want. You can insert a row, you can insert a row, you can insert a column, you can split your cells, you can split your table, you can do whatever that you want. So this is then how you can insert a table, and here we are going to see then how can we insert a chart. When you are going to inserting, you will also be seeing what we mean by chart. So here it depends. Usually these charts are used for graphical representation of your data. Sometimes when you are in statistics or any type of data that you want to represent, you can come here then represent them. Okay, like here, these are the cells. Let me say, for example, these are the cells, yes, but here let me say the first quarter, let me call it computer, no, laptop, or even just computer, laptop, desktop. Assume that you are having these things of yours, but here you will see that we are having the fourth quarter that is not there. So then how can you do it? So usually what you need to do, as you can see, when it is like this fourth quarter will be staying there, and if you delete it only by deleting or cutting, it will also resist. It will show you the fourth quarter without anything. What you need to do is to come here into the down corner, then you slide up. You can see that now everything here have been removed. So here you can also just change the formatting of your chart. You can change it anyhow. You can go to formatting, you can change the way everything is looking, you can change wherever you want. So it depends on what you want. Then at the end of your design, then you'll be having your chart well designed like that. Okay, then here we are going to see then how can we insert a clipping or a screenshot. Sometimes the screenshots are very important when you want to design like these things. When you come here to insert, then you will see where it is written screenshot. Sometimes you can say, okay, you can use the screen clipping. Let me say, for example, I want to clip this one, so, and it is inserted there. So sometimes we can use this one, or many people are using snipping tool, which is available in Windows 10. When you click on start, then you say snipping tool, then it will be also be coming for you. Then you come here, you can snip like this one, then you can come here on edit, you copy your snipped, then you come here down here, then you paste. So that means also your screenshot, it will be coming. There are too many ways that we can use in order to screenshot our everything. So sometimes then you can come here, the same as you can do for an image, for anything. You can also go to format, then you can say whatever that I want, whatever that I need to do as the design of my picture, I will be able to do it. So this is then how we can deal with the clipping and screenshot. Sometimes then we want to insert a video. Sometimes you want to insert a video, and your video can be online or offline. Then here you can also online media, you can insert it. So once you want to insert it here, then they will be asking you the URL. You need to go to YouTube or to anywhere you have your video, then you copy the URL, the unique resource locator, and also paste it here, and you'll be able to keep track to your video into your Word document. This is sometimes when you are teaching students, sometimes you can add a video tutorial into their notes, so that whoever will be having it, then will be also having the video link. So here then we'll be seeing how do we insert a comment. Sometimes you are working on a document like this and the students are requesting for your review. Sometimes when you are reviewing the students document, you'll be seeing some errors or some corrections needed. Then you need to keep track of the comments. So let me say, for example, I want to put a comment here. Please indicate the time frame before concluding. This is an example. Please indicate the time frame before concluding. You can add any comment and someone can come here and reply to the comment. Okay, you can reply to it. You can also, the person to whom you've given the comment to can also reply to it, and everything is there. But then when you click there to the comment, and here you will be able to resolve the comment or you reopen the comment. So that means then if someone wants to view the comments, the person will view the comments, and if someone wants to reply to the comment, that person will be able also to reply to the comment. So that means comments are very useful into our documents, so that someone to whom we are helping then will be seeing the comments that we've got from the document. Then once your comments have finished to be reviewed, then you can come here on review. Then you say delete and delete all comments. If you want to delete all of them, you can also add a new one if you want to add a new one, or you can delete it. So that means then anytime you can delete or insert a comment as long as it is needed. So here then it is how we can add a hyperlink. Sometimes then we need to put the link, like for example data analysis method, and let me say for example data analysis method, it is coming there is someone wants to read more on data analysis method, then here you can come and give a recommendation to that person. You can come and give the recommendation to that person. So then here you can say, okay, for example, this thing I want to insert a link, for example, to the data analysis, and I will say, okay, currently in folder no browsed or recent or anything. I don't want to use this one, but I want to put the address here. You can come here, for example, on Google and then write data analysis method, data analysis methods or technique. So then as long as, for example, I have this one, I will copy the link address. Then after copying the link address, I will paste it there, then do like this. So that means whoever who can control click will be able then to be taken to the other link that I have inserted. So assume then that I want to insert the header, the footer, and also the page numbers. So I can come here on my insert, then I say, okay, I want to insert a header. Let me say, for example, it is like this one. You can also browse for more. There will be many. Let me say, for example, the document title, it is SAS. Let me call it SAS. This is the header, and then in the footer I can come here back on insert, or here on the footer I say, for example, which footer do I need. For example, I need the footer of the date. Then here I can say, okay, today's, let me say, for example, this is the footer and this is what I want. Then later on you can come here also on the footer, you can change it anyhow. If you want, you can put like this one, or any footer that you want. And the header also, you can come back there and also change it anyhow you want. For example, I want it to be like this. Anyhow you want, it will be there. So then also here again, here you can do whatever you want, and also you can insert your page number if you want. You can say I want to insert it from the bottom like this. Whatever you want, you will be able to do it. So that means when you want to insert the page numbers, it will be inserted from there. But sometimes here there is a trick that I want us to work on. As you can see on our document, we are having here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for example, I want to insert like the page, okay. I want to insert something. I want to insert a new blank page, and on my new blank page also I want to insert a cover page. Let me say, for example, I need this cover page, and the cover page of mine is inserted there, and here I want to insert something like a table of content. If I come here on referencing, on the table of content, I can see that I'm having the table of content. But here on the table of content, I don't want this one to have like the numberings. So what we need to do, as you can see here, I'm on section 1. What I need to do, I need to come here on the layout, then the page break, then the breaking, then I come here on next page, which means the next page will be the next session. Then from here you can see that also here it is having 0, so you can come here and then you go to insert, then on your page number you will see where it is written this one, you say start from 1, so which means here it will be starting from 1, but then here it is 1 and here also it is 1. Assume that I want this one then to be, for example, in Roman, so I can come here and I change the number of formatting. I come here, then I say like this. Wow, it will be very good. Why? Because this is if I have like too many, sometimes you have table of content, you can have list of table, abbreviations, something like that. All of this then will be inserted, and the numbering of them will be this type of numbering because it is different for the documents. This is then how you can manage your page numbers. Here also sometimes we say, okay, we want a text box. Sometimes you can say, hey, I want a text box. Sometimes then if you want that text box, also you can come here on insert, and you can insert from this that we had. So you can say, for example, you can, okay, this document is awesome, so like this text box you can have like this one, and together, as I have told you, you can change the wrapping of this one. If you want then to move it, you can move it anyhow, but after wrapping your text. So that means if I come here, you can see your text wrap, you can also see the title, this, which means you can also be able to move it anyhow you want. You can also sometimes have your personal files or your personal writings. You can also come here in text box and you draw a text box, and once you draw the text box, you as the owner, you can add whatever you want, and this text box of yours can be increased or decreased, whatever you want. You can do it with your text box. And also, as I have told you, you can wrap it tight, or you can wrap it in front of or behind. Let me say, for example, it is behind the text, and here make sure that you remove everything just because they will be behind the text, or whatever you want. Okay, so then here unto your text box, you can also be able to delete it or to leave it. Okay, sometimes then we need to insert like an equation. Sometimes when you are working on mathematical document or notes or something like that, you can insert the equation. You can choose from what has been given you as the formula, or you can insert your own. You can come here and insert, then insert a new equation. So from here then you can say, for example, it is this fraction, or it is something like this. You can then say, for example, this is ex, then you say is equal to, you see another one, for example this one, you say x plus 1. Then here you say, for example, I want to put another one, so whatever you want you can put it. Then here you can say, okay, from here I want to have like a fraction. I want to just get like 1 minus x square. Let me say, for example, you want x square. You can come here, you put x square, then over, for example, x minus 1. This is an example, and if you want to view, usually it is how it will be looking like. So you can continue with your everything that you want to have here, then you can have plus, and you continue. So that means you can be able to write your math or mathematical equation using our Word documentation. So after inserting our equations, we can see then how do we insert the drop caps. Sometimes drop caps are very useful. They are very useful in some of the fields. And for example, if this is the thesis, you want this T to be like a drop cap, you can come here and then you say, I want to drop it like this. And if you have like this one also, you come here, I want this drop cap. So it means sometimes you have like these writings and it is very presentable. So it means then you can be able to insert like these ones. So then here, the last but not least, it is how do we merge our documents. Sometimes you're having the two documents. Some of the people are just coming here. They can come here, then say okay, let me say, for example, it is this manager contract. They come here, they say copy, they copy everything, then they come, they paste. It is also practical, but then here sometimes you want to merge another document. You can come here to object, then you say text from file, then it will be taking you where you want to take your file. Let me say, for example, it is practical 2. You can see that the practical 2 has been inserted. The good thing of inserting like this is that it will be taking your file as it is. It will not change the formatting of your file. But if you use copy paste, honestly, it will be changed. So this is then how you can merge your two documents together and still being able to keep track to your document. So sometimes, you can come here and say, okay, I want like this one to start from a new page, and whenever or whatever changes you can use, then this will always be on its new page. Sometimes this is what we call page break. So the page break is this one. On insert you can see page break here, or on layout you can also see the break where it is written page break. Sometimes then we need to use this one or that one. It depends on your choice, or on your first contact. So here, that means if you click on page break, whatever you can write here, it will not change whatever that you are having here. So that means even if you just make like this one, then you say I want to make it down to the new page, as long as it will be reaching to the new page, you will see that our writings will be going to another page, which is very good. And if you want then to get back to what you had, also it will be coming. So sometimes then here if you want to remove this one, so you can see that it is not coming with the other one. So how do we then remove this page break? Sometimes we have seen that this mark will be showing you that here we are having a page break. Then here you will be selecting it. If you remove it, you can see that the page break has been removed, and then you get back, or you can insert it back, the page break. And there is a difference between the page break and also the next page section break. Page break and section break. Section will be used when you want to have particular formatting on a number of pages that will be having the same section. And page breaking, it is when you want to break or to differentiate your pages. I think this is enough then for today, and we have seen a lot that we can do in Insert tab. Then in our next tutorial we'll be going to Design tab. Thank you so much. Have a great day.